Among the many hymns dedicated to the Divine Mother, the Durga Saptashloki holds a special place. These 7 verses contain the essence of Devi Mahatmya, the core of the Mother's power, compassion, and protection. Each verse reveals a different aspect of the goddess, as the dispeller of fear, the bestower of wisdom, the destroyer of suffering, and the eternal guide of all beings. It is believed that when recited with devotion, these verses not only protect the devotee from external dangers, but also awaken inner strength and clarity. The second verse beautifully expresses this divine assurance. It tells us that when the Divine Mother is remembered in times of fear, she alleviates all kinds of suffering. When remembered peacefully, she bestows wisdom, auspiciousness, and inner knowledge. Through this verse, we understand that her compassion knows no bounds. It protects, nurtures, and uplifts those around her. A mother's love is both a source of strength and wisdom, a shelter and an awakening. Durga smrita harasi bhiti mashesh jantoh swasthaya smrita mati mativa shubham dadasi daridrya dukh bhayharini katvadanya sarvopkar karanaya sadardra chitta. O Mother Durga, when remembered, you destroy the fears of all creatures. When remembered by those who are at peace and determined, you grant them supreme auspicious wisdom. O remover of poverty, sorrow, and fear, who else but you has such a tender heart, always intent on doing good for all beings? Fear lies at the very root of human suffering, fear of death, loss, failure, and uncertainty. The verse proclaims that merely remembering Goddess Durga removes fear from the heart. This is not an act of blind faith, but an inner, lived experience. When the mind turns toward the Divine Mother with sincere devotion, an invisible shield of protection arises within. The heart feels uplifted, the mind grows calm, and the soul becomes fearless, resting in her boundless grace. The Divine Mother's compassion flows equally to all. Whether one is suffering, fearful, or in distress, the loving Mother alleviates all fear, pain, poverty, and anguish, providing solace and protection in times of darkness. For those who firmly adhere to the path of spiritual practice and have unwavering faith in the Mother, her blessings assume a subtle form. Instead of bestowing material wealth, she bestows Shubhamati, pure and auspicious knowledge that guides them toward higher knowledge and spiritual evolution. Thus, the Mother's grace is truly universal, perfectly adapted to the needs of each devotee. She not only heals the wounded heart, but also uplifts the enlightened soul, leading both toward the ultimate goal of liberation. Here, poverty or daridrata symbolizes not only the lack of material wealth, but also the poverty of the soul, which lacks peace, love, and wisdom. Similarly, sorrow and fear are inseparable companions of worldly existence, binding the human heart in a constant state of turmoil. Only the Goddess has the power to alleviate these sufferings. She is both the outer protector who shields us from harm and the inner light that illuminates the path to true contentment and freedom. The verse extols the Goddess as Sadardra Chitta, one whose heart is ever tender and compassionate. Unlike worldly authorities who grant favors with conditions or expectations, the Divine Mother's grace flows freely and unconditionally. Her boundless compassion knows no limits, for her only joy lies in the welfare and upliftment of all beings. Just as a loving mother nurtures and protects her child Without seeking anything in return, the goddess tirelessly works for the good of the universe, easing the pain of the sorrowful and guiding every soul toward light and peace. The powerful expression Katvadanya, Mother, who else but you, beautifully highlights the unmatched nature of the Divine Mother. No wealth, knowledge, or worldly power can dispel fear and sorrow as effortlessly as she can. She alone embodies both strength and tenderness, the fierce warrior who destroys the forces of darkness, and the compassionate mother who lovingly protects all creation. In her dual role lies the perfection of divine balance, power guided by compassion and love fortified by strength. This hymn reminds seekers that true refuge lies not in external protection, but in complete surrender to the Divine Mother. When one turns inward and remembers Durga by chanting her names, meditating on her form, or simply invoking her with unwavering faith, the heart begins to abandon its fears, the mind becomes calm and enlightened, and life itself takes on a sacred harmony. Her grace, like an ever-flowing river, moves in two sacred directions. As a compassionate mother, she removes pain, fear, and sorrow, protecting her devotees from the storms of worldly life. As a divine guru, she bestows clarity, wisdom, and higher understanding, guiding the soul from ignorance to illumination. Thus, this hymn beautifully reveals the essence of Jagadamba, the Mother of the universe, not merely as a goddess bestowing boons, but as a living presence present in every heart. She is both the protecting power and the awakening wisdom, the eternal refuge and inner light of all beings. This verse, while praising the Mother, also offers the assurance that the Divine Mother walks with each soul at every stage of the journey, from fear to faith and from faith to freedom. Her love is total, fierce and tender, immediate and eternal. She protects so we may live. She teaches so we may awaken. In her embrace, fear dissolves, wisdom blossoms, and the soul remembers its divine source. All glories to the Mother of the universe, Jai Mata Bhuvaneshwari.